Why do many people often miss the Mao Zedong era? This is mainly considered from the living conditions. Mao Zedong, who is well versed in physiology and psychology, has always put the happiness of the people as his top priority. He planned the happiness of the people of the country from a social perspective, and led the cause of youth happiness from a historical perspective. To use the iron fist of order to grasp this work shows how clearly he is right from wrong and how uncompromising his principles are. This is called true love for young people. That's true love, but what about some people's love? How much we need to be like his old man today, to grasp the health of young people with an iron fist. On June 30, 1953, Chairman Mao delivered an important speech when he received the Presidium of the Second National Congress of the Chinese New Democratic Youth League. Although it was a talk, Chairman Mao talked about the work of the Youth League comprehensively and systematically. When we read this book today, we still pay attention to the three good propositions of the elderly. He clearly stated, "Let me say a few words to the young people. 1. Congratulate them on good health. 2. Congratulate them on studying well. 3. Congratulate them on working well." He put his health first, and went on to say, "I propose that students sleep for an additional hour. Now it is 8 hours, but in fact it is only 6 or 7 hours. I generally feel that I don't get enough sleep. Because educated youth are prone to neurasthenia, they often cannot fall asleep or wake up. Be sure to stipulate 9 hours of sleep. Make an order, don't discuss it, enforce it. Young people should sleep well, and teachers should also get enough sleep." Although the chairman said proposal, but for one point, it is an order. Why did Mao Zedong use orders to ensure the health of young people? There are 3 reasons. First, it is determined by the physical and temperamental characteristics of the youth. Chairman Mao said, "Young people between the ages of 14 and 25 need to study and work, but youth is a period of physical growth. If you don't pay attention to youth's physical growth, it will be very dangerous. Youth need to learn more than adults, and learn many things that adults have already learned. However, their study and work burdens should not be too heavy. Especially for young people aged 14 to 18, the labor intensity cannot be the same as that of adults. Young people just want to play more, have more entertainment, and dance around. Otherwise they are not happy. In the future, we will fall in love and get married. These are different from adults. How the old man understands teenagers, it's no wonder he doesn't become the idol of teenagers. Second, look at the inevitable conclusion of revolutionary work dialectically. The revolution brought many benefits, but it also brought a disadvantage, that is, everyone was too active and enthusiastic, so that they were too tired. Now we must ensure that everyone is in good health, and that workers, farmers, soldiers, students, and cotters are all in good health. Of course, good health does not necessarily mean good study, and there must be some ways to study. This is the theoretical vision and broad mind of a true Marxist, a leader of the people. Third, the results of the survey research. Junior high school students now spend more time in class, so it can be considered to reduce it appropriately. Activists hold too many meetings and should also reduce them. On the one hand, study, on the other hand, entertainment, rest, and sleep, these 2 aspects must be given full consideration. Young workers, peasants, and soldiers should study while working, and give full consideration to both work and study, recreation, rest, and sleep. You say such a leader, who would not want to follow him? Chairman Mao didn't just talk about it like this, but he immediately took implementation measures. You can see how he arranged. 1. The party central committee has decided to reduce the number of meetings and study time. You must supervise the implementation. If anyone does not implement it, you must question them. This is really a bit of a stick to the end, who dares to do anything. 2. In short, we must ensure that young people are in good health, study well, and work well. Some leading comrades only want young people to work and don't take care of their health. You use this sentence to reprimand them. The reason is very good, it is to protect the younger generation. Grow well. This is quite a bit of the style of Shangfang's sword in the past, isn't it? The practical significance of Chairman Mao's work seems self-evident. Let us recall the kind words of the leader once again. To give an order, don't discuss it, enforce it. Young people should sleep well, and teachers should also get enough sleep. Li Keqiang's postscript. Although Chairman Mao used youth in his speech, judging from his actual actions, the chairman's speech was aimed at young people and teenagers. I started elementary school in March 1970. I usually only had 2 classes a day in the first and second grades, and usually only had 2 classes in the afternoon of the third grade, only extracurricular activities. There is no endless homework, let alone scary exams. I thank Chairman Mao from the bottom of my heart for giving me a happy childhood. For this reason, Chairman Mao offended many people. The insinuating and strange talk that attacked Chairman Mao for delaying a generation was very popular in a period of time. Many people in China really believe that teenagers should read more books until they don't get enough sleep. That kind of stubborn thinking, that kind of behavior that doesn't give up when you reach the Yellow River, is unparalleled in the world. Therefore, after the chairman's death, the academic burden of primary and middle school students has become heavier and heavier, causing the education system to reduce the burden every day, and on the other hand, the society's calls for the education system to reduce the burden for children are getting louder. No one has ever taken the initiative to assume the responsibility of increasing the burden. Those who shouted burden reduction were also oppressed by the voice of burden reduction, and they also needed to reduce the burden. This is not a vicious circle of burden reduction, what is it? Isn't that sad enough? This is the strange thing about China. Those who don't like Chairman Mao and are still self-righteous have already lost their heads. Such a person should have solved the problem of lack of sleep by himself, and should have been awake long ago. Why did Chairman Mao dare to issue that order? Because Chairman Mao has grasped the keynote of youth health that is the premise of everything. Without this premise, don't talk about anything. This is a problem at the Dao level. Just like this, Chairman Mao led a veritable educational revolution, established an education system based on the 3 good things, good health, good study, and good work, and made corresponding institutional arrangements. Facts have proved that it makes sense, and works. What is the meaning of adolescent health in Mao Zedong's culture? That is a veritable full of vigor and spirit, an unprecedented modification of Taoism. Please see. At that time, we would all sing The Train Runs to Shaoshan. It was so emotional, and the atmosphere of great unity among the people of all ethnic groups. What's so bad about it? Learn to be a hero, see action, everyone strives to be Yang Zion, and can sing Eastern Wind Blows, war drums beating, who is afraid of whom in the world now? Children must have masculinity, this is a teenager, it is indispensable for everyone. This spirit that makes the enemy fearful, which point is fake? This is Chairman Mao's way of education, and this is the way Chairman Mao brought about revolutionary breakthroughs. This is a conclusion drawn from both positive and negative sides. If there are still people who are not convinced, then you really have to ask them, do you want the health of teenagers? How many more teenagers do you want with dreaded homework, exams, dragging on for how long? Where is your conscience?